So can everybody hear me? Good one. So anybody online, if you can't hear me, let me know. So we're gonna go through some stuff. So in the chat box, list as many e-commerce best practices as you can think of. What are the best things you can do to sell your products online, or build an audience? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, networking, that's great. Yeah, the word of mouth is key. The best form of marketing is word of mouth. So that's great. What about you? Oh, so like how to build your website, like how to make it successful. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Anybody else online have any? So we have one person. Google Ads, yeah, that's great. That's a good one. So thanks, Christina. Thanks, Alman. Thanks, Pinkash. So yeah, great design, simplify process, think about the consumer. Oh, what did you say? Oh, do you want to add anything? No. Okay. Add a search bar, SEO, blog posts are good. CRM, email subscriptions, a lot of payment methods, chatbot, no ads, mobile, free shipping, partnerships, video. Video is better to engage customers. And also going global is good because they're going global. There's a lot of markets globally that you can access with your e-commerce website. Like 1.8 billion people want to enter the consuming class for 2025, and they're going to spend $30 trillion per year. So going global, there's a lot of opportunities there. So find your target markets, research demand and local buying trends. So optimize your current website and make a website for each market. So like, change the language for each market, customize it for each market just to meet the culture of each market and the language. So that's very important for growing into different markets. Then so the US market is getting a lot bigger. It would be a good market for us to access as a class. They had about $2 trillion, it was about $2.5 trillion in e-commerce revenue in 2005, and now it's around 10 trillion, like projected for 2024. It's gonna quadruple by then compared to 2005. So it's a great market to access, like if you're doing affiliate marketing or selling products over an e-commerce store. So by 2024, like right now and up until 2024 will be great times to promote your products in the US market. So trying to get promoting the US market, there's a lot of opportunity there for your affiliate marketing or selling products. So yeah, e-commerce, it's cheaper than having a store because the costs are lower. Buyers can find it through a search, and they don't have to go around to each store to search for product. Also, inventory costs are lower because you don't have to take risk of holding inventory. Like you can just do just-in-time shipping, so like you can order the products right when they're bought instead of just holding a lot of inventory. So talking about an example in the last class, has anyone seen the movie War Dogs? Remember the beginning when he buys all those sheets to sell to people? It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Remember when he buys all those sheets before he goes to business with Jonah Hill? So he buys all those sheets, and no one wants to buy them from him. So like, there's a lot of risk to owning a lot of inventory. So you can buy thousands and thousands of inventory and hold it all in this room. But if you don't have a buyer, it's worthless, right? So like, there's a lot of risk to that. So it's good with drop shipping and affiliate marketing, and also like just-in-time shipping. That's good because you can just, when you get an order, you can just get the supplier to just deliver it straight to the person. So being in the middleman in that situation, it's a lot better because you won't be stuck holding like a whole bunch of sheets that no one wants, right? So it's lower risk. You don't have to buy like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of inventory instead of just like the costs are lower, the risk is lower. So that's affiliate marketing provides that, dropshipping provides that, just-in-time procurement provides that. So that's the advantage of being an affiliate marketer. You don't have to worry about inventory risk. Yeah. So online, there's greater price transparency. So so people can just search all the prices and figure out what's the lowest price. There's increased visibility, real-time information sharing. But yeah, there's some risk because of increased globalization and consolidation. So consolidation through companies merging together and bigger, like Walmart buying smaller companies and becoming more powerful. That'll be a risk to you because they may run you out of the market. So that happens a lot. Then, so yeah, that's, you always have the risk of like going up against Walmart, Amazon. They're bigger companies and they're a lot more powerful and they could take you out of business. So a big risk on Amazon is the Amazon Basics products. They provide products that are similar to other sellers on Amazon through Amazon, and they run a lot of customers out of business because they can rank those products higher on the search, and that's a huge risk. So like they can run you out of business that way. So there's a lot of, like it goes from, yeah, so like there's a lot of steps in the procurement process, including search, so like through internet, salesperson, brochures, etc. Qualify, research, credit history, check with competitors, negotiate price, terms, etc. Purchase order, invoicing, shipping, and remittance payments. So, so those are all the steps in the process. And yeah, just-in-time and lean production. Just-in-time production method of inventory cost management seeks to keep excess inventory to bare minimum. So that's beneficial for you because you won't be holding a ton of inventory that you won't be able to sell. So that's a problem. Because like you could have bought all the inventory for $1 million and that's on your balance sheet as an asset. But if you can't sell it to anybody, it's not worth anything, right? Like you spend $1 million in inventory, but if you have no people to sell it to, it's worth nothing basically. So that's a big problem. So that just-in-time production through drop shipping, affiliate marketing, or being able to, someone buys something from your store and you go to your supplier to provide it to the person, you can do that instantly. That is beneficial and lower risk. So affiliate marketing and drop shipping, just-in-time production, like all those are the best ways to do it. So the problem with a lot of our suppliers now is that a lot of where we get our products, the conditions we've kind of talked about before, but the conditions of these places are, a lot of these places have slave and forced and child labor, and there's a lot of exposure to toxic substances and not safe. People work a lot of hours. There's harassment, abuse, and sexual exploitation. And we need to improve sustainability and the working conditions of these places to make it more ethical, because it's not right. Like, we need to ensure that these workers are treated fairly and make it sustainable. So we need to watch the pollution. Like, we need to reduce the pollution and the water usage that happens there, because those are costs that we don't factor in. So that's very important, and we need to ensure, like, a good selling point for your products could be that they're sourced ethically, and they're sourced from places that don't pollute the environment, don't cause water overuse of water. The workers are paid well, the workers are treated fairly, and there's no harassment, discrimination, or any issue with working conditions. So, like, that would be a good selling point. A lot of companies go that way in terms of like fair trade. That's a huge thing. Like, if you can do that, that's a good marketing ploy for your company. Like, it's like, you do it to support your workers, and also companies use it as a marketing thing too. But it should just be more focused on better treatment of workers. Like, we should be focused on that and not just doing it for marketing. The problem is some companies just do it for marketing purposes, but it should just be focused on making workers have better conditions. So it's important that we shift it towards, like, better working conditions worldwide. So backstory into beers, they're a diamond company, and at one point they owned about 80% of the world diamond industry. So they were basically a monopoly. They kind of still are. So what they've done is, like, they are implementing a blockchain system, and they're doing this to ensure that the sourcing of their diamonds isn't from, like, conflict regions. Like, they're ensuring that their diamonds are not sourced from slave labor or unsafe working conditions, because in the past a lot of their diamonds were from slaves, right? And also from conflict regions in Africa. So the blockchain system, it would track where the source of the diamonds are. So with a blockchain system, what would be the benefits of that to companies like De Beers, or companies like Amazon, or companies that what would be the benefit of determining where the source of their products are? Like, where they come from? What? Like, what would be the benefits of, like, what would you learn about, like, what would be the benefits of a company knowing where their products come from? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like with De Beers, they can know if their diamonds came from slave labor or unsafe working conditions. They could correct that, because if they don't if they don't know where it comes from, they don't know if there's a problem. Yeah, yeah, like yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. But like the and also if the customers could learn where the products are from, the customers could protest the company and then just get the company to get it from ethically sourced areas. So that would be beneficial. So blockchain, the good thing about blockchain is that it tracks each step of the process. So you can figure out where the stuff comes from and where, like, who transports it, who sells it. So like you can track each step of the process and figure out where the ethical issues are. So that's beneficial. And would you, if you were purchasing a diamond, would you want to know where it comes from? Me too. Yeah, yeah. And would you be willing to pay more for this information? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, diamonds are way too overpriced anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. It's the problem is there's no resale, right? Like there's no resale on it. There's no, once you buy it, no one wants to buy it from you, right? Or at a very reduced price. So like they're worthless. Yeah, like the only reason they have value is because De Beers only restricts supply. That's why. Yeah. Oh really? Oh, they buy it back. Oh wow. Huh. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's great. Okay. So the stores buy back the diamonds. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, great. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's great. Thanks, Almond. Thanks, Christina. That's great. So yeah, like what we talked about before with social networks, the a good way to, like, promote your products is through doing a YouTube channel or like social media, blog, etc. So like that's a good way to, provide information about your products and serve as a marketing channel. So you can do this to just like you explain about your products, and then you develop a following over time. So then e-procurement net marketplaces, you could, so like AliExpress would be a good one. Like for that, you could source your products on AliExpress for very cheap prices and promote them for a profit. For if you can source it for, let's say, 10 cents and sell it for $1, you can do it like that, and then just so every time you get an order, you just send it through. Every time you get an order, you just send it right from AliExpress to the person. So that would be a good idea there. Like you source your products from AliExpress, and then every time you get an order for the product, you just sell it to them, and then just send it right from AliExpress. Yeah, so you can do that. That's a potential. You just have to get customers. Also with exchanges, so independently owned online marketplaces, so how like stock exchanges work like this. So you buy a stock and then you sell it to somebody on the exchange, and then there's a commission fee usually for like a lot of the exchanges, right? Like a lot of the brokerages, it's like $9.95. Well, Simple $0, but like the big banks in Canada, like TD, RBC, it's $9.95. So I'd recommend going with TD or RBC because those are very safe banks. Well, Simple's been going through a lot of issues lately, so I wouldn't recommend putting your money there. Well, Simple, yeah, because Well, Simple, it's been going through a lot of issues lately. Go with like one of the big banks like RBC or TD or Bank of Nova Scotia, Scotiabank. All those are safe, but don't go, like I wouldn't recommend Well Simple this time. But a lot of so exchanges, so crypto exchanges, a lot of them failed because of low liquidity. The problem is, I was talking about this in the last class, a lot of crypto things, a lot of crypto assets. The problem is like Jack Dorsey, who is the CEO of Twitter at one point, he sold his first tweet as an NFT for I think $2.7 million. And the person who bought it, they can't sell it to anybody because no one wants it. It has no value. Like it basically has no value. Like the person bought it for $2.7 million, but no one wants to pay. But yeah, be careful. Sure. Dear Jane, I do not have any money, so I'm sending you this drawing I did with spider instead. I value the drawing at $233.95. So trust the sell that. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that hits. That is perfect for many have failed. Many have failed due to low liquidity. No, like you sell, like someone, like let's say that person uses that as currency. No one else is gonna pay money for it, right? So like you buy that, it's worth nothing. No one's gonna pay you that. No one's gonna pay you anything for it. So that's what they said in the video. Like many have failed due to low liquidity. Like that picture's the same as that coin they were talking about. It's the same thing. I thought like I got into the crypto market because I thought that there was an opportunity to make like money on it because of the run up, and I thought that it would be a good alternative to currency because it's not controlled by the government and there's no government manipulation of the currency. But I was wrong because it just there's no liquidity in the market. Like no one wants to buy. Like if you have the currency, no one wants to buy it from you, right? Like you have it, but it's not worth anything. So it's a huge issue. So be careful. I recommend subscribing to CoffeeZilla. He does a good job. My brother actually showed me his channel. He does a great job analyzing the crypto market and what the problems are, and a lot of financial scams out there. So I wanted to show you that video because it's a cautionary tale. Yeah.